once we start to relax and breathe, what happens is that we start to come closer to that vibration of acceptance that is very subtle. When I say vibration of acceptance, I mean, I think you just have to really feel it for yourself. You breathe until you are actually in a state of satisfaction, in a state of, oh, okay, I'm okay now. And you keep going and you just go through it. Even if you have to at the beginning kind of like allow yourself to not fidget and stuff, But this is why I do the exercises. It's by building strength physically, it supports the body to be a little more still. Because sometimes when you go up, there's no way else but down. It's kind of like the same thing as let's say when we overwork ourselves, the body wants equilibrium, right? Um, so that's technically kind of like what it is. You can say that the equilibrium is a direction towards that because their body it's too much or it's not having enough energy, so it has to go back up. So equilibrium is a state of neutrality, a state of, I guess you can say, objectivity, but it's kind of a starting point in a way, humanly speaking. But it does take practice, and your body kind of just adapts to it. The body, the physical world, the physical form adapts to the vibrations that need to happen through it in order for us to accept, be more accepting and be open to the subtlety of the vibrations that our bodies don't get because we're in this dimension. So we don't understand physically, at least physically, or starting with physical, we don't understand other dimensions. We don't understand reality. We have come to believe that this is the only reality that there is. This is the only perception of reality that there is. But when we breathe, what happens is that, especially when we start to slow down the breathing, and I would say guided also with music, something that really makes you feel really good. Have you ever felt that feeling of really good gratitude, without needing to say anything or even think it? It's a feeling. And vibration is feeling, right? Emotions are feelings and there's vibration. So what we set out, the feelings we're going through, even if we don't believe that, because earlier I was thinking that I was like, oh, I practiced some gratitude. I even wrote it down. I did all the so-called exercise and all that stuff, but I wasn't feeling it. And today, I guess maybe because it's really, it really is surrounded by the physical. The physical is your foundation. This is why we call it, even when we're talking about chakras, the earth chakras down there, right? It's the base. By having that foundation, if you look at earth as an element, it's that foundation through which we can elevate. I don't know if that makes sense, but you need the foundations first, especially for people like you and me, maybe for us who are not that receptive in terms of that stuff. Like I'm highly sensitive, but that's still on a very physical form level. I'm still attached to the form, and that's not a bad thing. It's not about that. It's just through the form is teaching me many things. So, in any case, I just wanted to share this. It's just short. Well, it's longer than expected, but yeah, it's a video. 17 minutes according to this one. But in any case, yeah, so that's it. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. I'll post some more videos, but something, going back to my own experiences and being vulnerable. That's one of the things I noticed about. I had to read up on it. Going back to basics, the earth, about all of it, that Sometimes I have to look up information. Sometimes I have to experience things. I have to, the foundation that I'm recreating for myself, the earth, is still in process. It's still in process. And I know that something will come up. I don't know what it is yet, but I do know that I have to, not have to, I just do it. Remember to be present in every moment. Find reason to find the joy in the external reasons. Not be it, not that, not the things outside become my reasons. So validation is external, right? It's from within. It's really from within. So I hope this provides some insight. And if it doesn't, that's totally fine. I know this is social media. I know this is YouTube. So I want to be in this state of being. I want to be in this elevated state of being. I want to be in this, in the direction I'm heading, I suppose you can say. And I read somewhere that once a shift happens, it's almost like you can't go back, because it's like that feeling of like regression. It just doesn't feel good, right? But at the same time, there are some things that we can regress back to, but it doesn't have to be identifiable. It doesn't have to be something that we live by. It's just like the teaching jobs that I'm looking for. Do what their system does, but remember, it's like, hey, I know what I'm worth. I'm reminded of what I'm worth. My wholeness, my higher self and myself, we were co-creation of knowing that worth is, even on itself, is a perception. The source of that worth is always eternal. It's always potential. It's always there. So that means if I even have to create a different type of self, or a different type of even skill to allow for things that I supposedly don't want to do, because my ego gets attached to, oh, it has to be this way. It doesn't always have to be that way, because that should be more for myself. And that's something that's coming up right this second. It's like, oh, wait a second. When I do stuff like, I love languages, right? So I feel like, okay, well, then language acquisition works for me. I just need to share it. I don't need to preach it or anything, because that's usually what I wanted to do. If you look at older videos, like I was getting preachy, and it's something I'm still learning to do. It's not perfect. It's yeah, just like life. And so I don't know. And I just wanted to share this video. It's getting lengthy, but that's fine. In any case, thank you for listening. I'll see you guys later. And yeah.